Hello everyone, myself Sangeeta Nikam. Let's start our lecture. Science 1, chapter number 10, Space Missions. In this chapter, we are going to see space missions, artificial satellites, classification of artificial satellites, orbits of artificial satellites, satellite launch vehicles, space missions away from the Earth. Can you recall? What is the difference between space and sky? The visible portion of atmosphere and outer space seen by simple eyes, without any equipment from the earth is known as sky. The infinite three-dimensional expanse in which the solar system, stars, celestial bodies, galaxies, and the endless universe exist is known as space. Both sky and space lack a definite boundary. However, the sky is very tiny part of space. What are the different objects in the solar system? Our solar system is very tiny part of huge galaxy Milky Way. The sun is at the center of solar system. Sun is a star. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are planets in our solar system. These planets revolve around the sun. Some of these planets have their own natural satellites. Besides, there are asteroids, meteoroids, comets and meteors in the solar system. What is meant by satellite? An astronomical object orbiting any planet of our solar system is called satellite. Mercury and Venus have no satellites. Some planets have more than one satellite. Example, Jupiter has 69 satellites. How many natural satellites does Earth have? The Earth has one natural satellite called Moon. Man has always been curious about unknown places and has always been eager to expand the horizons of his knowledge by exploring the unknown world. He must have had deep curiosity about the space and many twinkling stars in the dark sky. He must have had dreams to fly to the space and must have been working space missions. Substantial development in technology, especially space technology, in the latter half of 20th century resulted in the development of spacecraft making space voyage possible. Since then, more than 1,000 artificial satellites have been placed into orbits around the Earth. Additionally, space missions have been undertaken for close observation of various objects in our solar system. We will learn about all these in this chapter. We can classify the space missions into two categories. In one type of missions, the objective is to put artificial satellites in orbits around the Earth for research and various other useful applications. The objective of second type of missions is to send the spacecraft to outer surface for close observations and understanding of the objects in solar system or even outside the solar system. Need and importance of space missions. The world has become a global village due to space missions. Today, we can contact a person in any part of the world within a second. We can gather information about worldwide events sitting at home. You all know the importance of internet. Due to internet, every information is available at our fingertips. It has become possible to get advance alert about natural calamities and take proper precautions. During war, it is possible to get information about the action of enemy through aerial surveillance using satellites. It is also possible to explore fossil reserves and minerals in the earth. Thus, there are unlimited applications of space missions. Today, space technology is an inevitable part for development of a nation. Artificial satellite. A natural satellite is astronomical object orbiting the earth or any other planet. The moon is the only natural satellite of the earth. Some other planets in the solar system have more than one natural satellites. Similarly, if a man-made object revolves around the earth or any other planet in a fixed orbit, it is called as artificial satellite. The first artificial satellite, Sputnik, was sent to space by Soviet Union in 1957. Today, more than 1,000 satellites are orbiting the earth. The satellites work on a solar energy. So, solar photovoltaic panels are attached on both the sides of these satellites like wings. Instruments are installed in the satellites to receive and transmit signals from and to the earth. The satellites have various other types of instruments depending on their functions. One such satellite is shown in figure 10.1. Communication by artificial satellite. Signals transmitted from earth to satellite and from the satellite to the mobile tower and mobile phone are also shown. These satellites are sent into the space to perform various functions. Depending on their function, satellites are classified into following categories. Here are some long form. INSAT, Indian National Satellites. GSAT, Geosynchronous Satellite. IRNSS, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. IRS, Indian Remote Sensing Satellite. GSLV, Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Types of satellite, functions of satellite and name of Indian satellite series and their launch vehicles. Weather satellite, their function is study and prediction of weather. The name of Indian satellite, INSAT and GSAT. Launcher, GSLV. Communication satellite, establish communication between different locations in the world through use of specific waves. INSAT and GSAT. Launcher है GSLV. Broadcast satellite, telecasting of television program. INSAT and GSAT. Launcher GSLV. Navigational satellite, fix the location of any place on the earth's surface in terms of its very precise latitude and longitude. IRNSS, launcher PSLV. Military satellite, collect information for security aspects. Earth observation satellite, study of forests, deserts, oceans, polar ice on the earth's surface, exploration and management of natural resources, observation and guidance in case of natural calamities like flood and earthquake. Name of Indian satellites: IRS launcher PSLV. Orbits of artificial satellites. All artificial satellites do not revolve in similar orbits around the Earth. The functions of satellite decide the height of satellites orbit from Earth's surface, the nature of orbit, and whether the orbit shall be parallel to equator or making some angle with it. To put the satellite in its proper orbit at specific height above the Earth's surface, satellite is taken to that height using satellite launcher. Then the satellite is given a specific velocity known as critical velocity in the tangential direction to the orbit. Figure 10.3. Orbit of an artificial satellite. The satellite then starts revolving around the Earth. The formula for the velocity, critical velocity, can be derived as below. If a satellite of mass m is revolving around the Earth in an orbit of height h with speed vc, then as seen in the chapter on gravitation, a centripetal force m vc square upon r will act on it. Hence, r is the orbital radius of satellite from the center of Earth. This centripetal force is provided by gravity of the Earth. Therefore, centripetal force is equal to gravitational force between the Earth and satellite. M vc square upon capital R plus H is equal to G capital M small m upon R plus H bracket square. Vc square is equal to Gm upon R plus H. Vc is equal to square root of Gm upon R plus H. Here G is gravitational constant is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. M is equal to capital M is equal to mass of the earth 6.6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. R capital R is equal to radius of the earth 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter is equal to 6400 kilometer. H is equal to height of the satellite above the earth's surface. R plus H is equal to radius of orbit of satellite. It can be seen that the critical velocity does not depend on the mass of satellite, as the height of satellite orbit from Earth's surface increases, the critical velocity decreases. Depending on the height of satellite orbit above the Earth's surface, the satellite orbits are classified as below. High Earth orbits, height from Earth's surface greater than 35,780 km. If the height of satellite's orbit above the Earth's surface is greater than or equal to 35,780 km, the orbit is called high Earth orbit. As we will see in the next solved example, A satellite revolving in an orbit 35,780 km above the Earth's surface will take around 24 hours to complete one revolution. We know that Earth also takes almost 24 hours from one revolution. If the satellite is revolving in an orbit parallel to the equator, the time of revolution for the Earth around itself and that for satellite to revolve around the Earth being the same. The satellite will appear to be stationary with respect to Earth. For the passengers in one vehicle, another vehicle moving parallel to him with equal velocity appears to be stationary. This is what happens here also. These satellites are therefore called geosynchronous satellites. Since these satellites are stationary with reference to the Earth, they can observe a specific portion of Earth continuously. Therefore, they are used in applications like meteorology and for carrying signals for telephone, television, radio, etc. Medium Earth orbit, height above the Earth's surface 2000 km to 35,780 km. If the height of satellite orbit above the Earth's surface is between 2000 km and 35,780 km, the orbits are called medium Earth orbits. The geostationary satellites orbit above the equator. These are therefore not useful in the study of polar regions. For this purpose, elliptical medium Earth orbits passing over the polar regions are used. These orbits are called polar orbits. In these orbits, the satellites complete one revolution in 2 to 24 hours. Some of these satellites revolve in circular orbits at a height of around 20,200 km above the Earth's surface. Global positioning satellites revolve in such orbits. Low Earth orbits, height above the Earth's surface 180 km to 2000 km. If the height of satellite orbit above the Earth's surface is in between 180 km and 2000 km, the orbits are called low Earth orbits. The satellites used for scientific experiments and atmospheric studies revolve in low Earth orbits. Depending on the height of their orbits, they complete one revolution in around 90 minutes. International Space Station and Hubble Telescope also revolve in low Earth orbits. Figure 10.4 shows the various orbits in satellites. Orbits of satellite. LEO means low Earth orbits. MEO is short form of medium Earth orbit. And HEO is high Earth orbits. Satellite launch vehicles. Satellite launch vehicles are used to place the satellites in their specific orbits. The functioning of satellite launch vehicle is based on Newton's third law of motion. We will see the Newton's third law of motion states that for every action in nature there is equal and opposite reaction. The launch vehicle uses specific type of fuel. The gas produced due to the combustion of fuel expands due to its high temperature and is expelled forcefully through the nozzles at rear side of the launch vehicle. As a reaction of this, a thrust acts on the vehicle, which drives the vehicle high into the space. The structure of the launch vehicle is decided by the weight of satellite and the type of satellite orbit. The fuel of vehicle also depends on these factors. The fuel forms a major portion of the total weight of the launch vehicle. Thus, the vehicle has to carry a large weight of the fuel with it. To overcome this problem, launch vehicles with more than one stage are used. Due to this, the weight of vehicle can be reduced step by step after its launching. For example, consider a launch vehicle having two stages. For launching the vehicle, the fuel and engine in the first stage are used. In diagram we can see the first, for launching of vehicle, the fuel, engine in the first stage are used. This imparts the specific velocity to the vehicle and takes to certain height. Once the fuel in this first stage is exhausted, the empty fuel tank and the engine are detached from the main body of vehicle and fall either into the sea or on an unpopulated land. As the fuel is in the first stage is exhausted, the fuel in the second stage is ignited. However, the vehicle now contains only one, that is the second stage. The weight now being reduced, the vehicle can move with higher speed. Almost all vehicles are made of either two or more stages. As an example, the structure of Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV developed by ISRO of India is shown in figure 10.5a. The launch vehicles are costly because they can be used only once. USA has therefore developed Space Shuttle, which returns to the Earth except for the fuel tank and can be reused in multiple launches. Always remember, the rocket, a type of firecracker used in Diwali, is also a sort of launcher. In this rocket, the fuel is ignited using fuse and the rocket is projected into the sky just like a satellite launcher. Similarly, if a balloon is blown and released with its end open, the air in the balloon is forcefully ejected and the balloon is pushed in opposite direction. This can be explained using Newton's third law of motion. Space missions away from Earth. As we have seen above, artificial satellites are being used for making our life more and more enriched. However, in the previous standard, we have learned about how the telescope aboard artificial satellites are used to gather information about various objects in the universe. Similarly, some space missions are used to gain further knowledge about the universe. In these missions, spacecrafts are sent to the nearby objects in the solar system to observe them more closely. New information has been obtained from such missions and It is helping us to understand the creation and evolution of our solar system. For such missions, the spacecraft must accept the Earth's gravitational force to travel into the outer space. To achieve this, initial velocity of moving object must be greater than the escape velocity of Earth, as we have learned the chapter on gravity. Escape velocity on planet can be obtained by using following formula. V escape is equal to root 2 capital G capital M upon R. Capital G is equal to gravitational constant is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Capital M is equal to mass of the planet is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg for Earth. R, capital R is equal to radius of planet 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter for Earth. When we will put this value in this formula, we get answer 11.18 into 10 raised to 3 meter per second. That is 11.18 kilometer per second. Thus, if spacecraft is to escape the Earth's gravitational force to travel to the outer space, it must have minimum velocity of 11.2 kilometer per second. Moon missions. Since the moon is the closest astronomical object to us, the first space missions to object in the solar system were the missions to the moon. Such missions have so far been executed by USA, Soviet Union, European countries, China, Japan and India. The spacecraft in the Luna series sent by Soviet Union reached near the moon. Luna 2, launched in 1959, was the first such a craft. After that, till 1975, 15 spacecrafts made chemical analysis of the moon and also measured its gravity, density and radiations. Last 4 crafts even landed on the moon and brought the samples of stones on the moon for analysis in the laboratories. All these missions were unmanned. America also executed moon missions from 1962 to 1972. The specialty of these missions was that some of these were manned missions. In July 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to step on the moon. In 2008, Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO successfully launched Chandrayaan-1 and placed it into an orbit around the moon. It sent useful information to Earth for about a year. The most important discovery made during the mission was presence of water on the moon surface. India was the first country to discover this. Mars missions. Next to the moon, the astronomical object nearest to the Earth is the Mars. Many nations sent spacecraft to the Mars. Mars mission is difficult and almost half the missions were unsuccessful. However, ISRO's performance in this mission is remarkable and we all must be proud of it. The spacecraft Mangalyaan, made by ISRO using minimum expenses, was launched in November 2013 and was placed into orbit around the Mars in September 2014. It obtained very useful information about the surface of Mars and the atmosphere around it. Missions to other planets. Many missions have been executed to study other planets also. In some of these missions, the spacecraft orbited the planets. Some landed on the planets and some just passed near the planet and observed them. Additionally, spacecrafts have been sent to observe asteroids and comets, and they have successfully collected some dust and stones from the asteroids and brought them back to the earth. We are getting very useful information from all these missions, clarifying our concepts about the origin and evolution of the solar system. India and space technology. India also has made remarkable progress in the science and technology of launch vehicles. Various types of launch vehicles have been developed to put satellites having the weight up to 2500 kg into all types of orbits. PSLV and GSLV are two important launchers. The scientific and technological feats achieved by India in this field have significant contribution to the nations and social development. INSAT and GSAT satellite series is actively working in the field of telecommunication, television broadcasting and meteorological services. Availability of television, telephone and internet services all over the nation has been possible due to these satellites only. EduSat satellite in this series is used specially in the field of education. IRS satellite series is working for monitoring and management of natural resources and disaster management. To exactly locate position of any place on the earth's surface in terms of its precise latitude and longitude. The IRNSS satellite series has been established. Space debris and its management. In addition to artificial satellite, some other objects are also revolving around the earth. It includes non-functional satellites, parts of launcher detached during launching, and debris generated due to the collision of satellite with other satellites or any other objects in the space. According to one estimation made in 2016, there are about 2 crore pieces of length more than 1 centimeter revolving around the earth. All this is nothing but debris in space. This debris can be harmful to the artificial satellite. It can collide with these satellites or spacecrafts and damage them. This debris is increasing day by day. Soon it will be difficult to launch new spacecraft. It is therefore very essential to manage the debris. Some studies and experiments are being done with this in view. Hope that soon we will have solution for this problem and the future satellite and spacecrafts will not be in the danger of anymore. Thank you.